1 second. Just taking a second to land in your body, in the moment, feeling what it feels like to be you on the planet right now. Um, Yay! Here we are on the planet. Okay. Taking a second to land. Okay. And we're going to start with breath work. I have my little round ball weight here as well. This one, I'm going to sit on my physio ball. If you don't have one of these, I highly recommend that you get one. Like even just sitting and bouncing is good for your fascia, is good for your tissue. It's getting your body moving. It is the not stillness way of being in your body. So we'll do the sort of Wim Hof style inhale, exhale, in through your nose, out through your mouth or your nose let's go for 15 breaths. And then we'll have one big breath in, one big breath out, another big breath in, hold your breath. If you want to engage Mula Bandha, draw in and up in that breath hold, you can. I suggest you allow just a little teeny bit of internal micro movement. So you're not locking yourself up. And I mean, you are doing the locks, but you're not rigid. You're having movement within there. That's just an option. If you don't know what Mula Bandha is, don't do it. Uh, and then we exhale that out after a breath hold. We inhale back in, take a short breath hold. So 15 breaths. I'm going to do my arms up and down, which is going to bounce me a little bit more. So happy viewing. Here we go. That's it. Big one in, everything out. Big one in and hold. Draw in and up. Relax out and down on the top of your body if you can. Slow hiss exhale. Inhale and hold. Short breath hold. Little micro movement in that. Wiggle around. Find your sensation inside your body. Tune into being in physical sensation. And let that go. And we'll start over again, just like in this bouncy mode here. Let's do arch and curl for this one. So it's going to be that. I'm gonna pull my elbows back as I arch. And let me turn on. Where is it? Sound. Oh, they keep changing things. It's like I guess that's the nature of it all. Everything just keeps changing. Oh well. And you I guess it doesn't matter because that's not even on my computer. Okay, here we go. 15. Good one, big one in. Everything out. Inhale in and hold. Engage the relax if you want to. Slow hiss, exhale. Inhale and hold. And slow exhale. Let it go. Obviously, with these breath holds, you can take a longer breath hold, you can do a shorter breath hold. I suggest that instead of really forcing your body into something, like really challenging yourself with this, you use it as an opportunity to feel, do I need to take a breath? And take a breath if you need one. But we are kind of forcing it. There's always this balance that we're working between doing something with your body, allowing your body to speak and listening to it. And we want to be working kind of balancing those two sides a lot. We'll do it one last set, third set, maybe a slightly longer breath hold. But since I don't have a clock and I'm not counting, I'm probably going for like 30 to 45 seconds. If I was doing this with my clock by myself, I would start at like 45 seconds, then go to a minute, then go to a minute and a half. But it's not like, I mean, some people think, oh yeah, I'm going to have this huge breath hold and that's the most important thing. It's maybe more important to learn to listen to your own body. So it's not that we're trying to become deep sea divers, unless we are trying to become deep sea divers, but we're just giving our body the chance to experience this extra CO2, which is when we're getting the breath hunger, it's because we need to offload CO2. It's not actually because we need oxygen. Very interesting fact, even though it feels completely opposite in our bodies. Here we go, 15. Good, big breath in. Everything out. Fill in. Hold. Engage the locks if you want to. And relax on top of that. So we have engagement and then also relaxation happening at the same time. Soft exhale. Inhale, hold. Be in your experience, feeling whatever you're feeling. Let it go. Just shake it out for a second. I'm going to bounce on my ball. There was something I want to talk about. Yes, two things, but this is the main one. This is a book by James Nestor, who's a journalist who did this breath book and has become sort of a person who talks a lot about breath and does a lot of podcasts and whatever. You can find his stuff. Breath, the New Science of a Lost Art, James Nestor. Highly recommend that book. Also, another person that you could follow on YouTube is Tim Vanderfleet. It's with a V, Vandervliet, but it's pronounced Fleet. And he is a teacher who studied with Wim Hof and then is also studying Tumo and has done a lot of stuff. He's great. I studied with him a bunch for a few years during the pandemic. So highly recommend him. I will put his name underneath in the description after this is over. So let's move. But having some kind of relationship, doing some kind of breath work where you're thinking about it is really helpful. Our bodies like it. Do I want to fix that, cameraman? There we go. Opening up and spiraling. Just a twist, looking around behind you. I'm not going to really fix the frame of the camera for now. Oh, it feels good to move. See what's behind you. I'm staying in the center for right now, so I'm really maximizing the spiral up my spine, up the center of my body. We could say up the central channel. Free flow in the arms as they flop around from side to side. And I'm getting a little hit on my hips as they land. Can we find some flingy, childlike free flow in our bodies? Letting go of some of the adulting that we spend so much time doing, controlling things, binding up the flow. Good. And then coming in, I'm going to open wide. elbow to knee, cross body pattern here. Reaching high with the top hand. Inhale, open, exhale, cross. Take it to the back. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Five more. 4, 3, 2, last one. Take it down. Knees are bent. Shift from side to side, bend one knee, bend the other, shift your weight, free up the flow in your spine, relax your head and neck. Oh, and here's just a piece of information. It is my birthday week. So if this is the week that you want to buy me a coffee, you can find that in the description below. Shake it out and bounce. Great if you can do a little jump. Be like a spring. Let your body be really free flow. You're giving your bones and your fascia and your joints the impetus to get stronger with a little bounce. If that hurts, just make it smaller. If it doesn't hurt, make it a little bit bigger. So good for us to jump. So good for our bones. But if you are brittle, maybe not so good. So you want to strengthen up in whatever way you need to. Take it as slow or as quickly as you have to. Take it as big or as small as you have to. How do we do that? We listen to our bodies. Does it always tell you the truth? I think it really does on some level. Does that mean we can make everything perfect? No, things are going to happen. We have bodies. They will sometimes get sick. They will sometimes get injured. That is part of life. That is part of being here on the planet, is dealing with all that stuff. We can't make it perfect. There's no point where it's all like, oh, it's done. I'm perfect. Everything's wonderful now and it's finished. I think that is when you die, right? It's over. So we never reach the end until we reach the end. And then there's probably something else. All right, let's take it down to the floor. I'm going to go all the way down onto my back. Have a minute of letting go. Anything that you're holding, kind of lifting away from the earth, let it fall down into the earth. Letting the earth compost any extra tension in your body, any extra stress or any crappy things that you're thinking about. Just see if you can shake them out a little bit. Shake them out and really come into presence in your own body. Feeling all the feels, not running away from anything, not trying to deny anything, just being with whatever's going on. And from there, you're going to knee drop from side to side. Easy and gentle, massaging through your butt and lower back. Very relaxed, using the least amount of tension possible. So when we have a really fluid system and there's a lot of, I want to just say fluid flow, things move easily through our system, then things move easily through our system, right? And that is a healthier system. It is not getting stagnant or blocked. So we want to have some freedom in our movement as well, like where we're not working our hardest to do movement all the time. Let's cross it over, but we're working more efficiently. Cross it over. Oh, nice little crack there. Take it deeper if that feels good. If not, stay gentle. Really listen to your own body. So important that we keep moving. So my mom, I was just in Vancouver with my mom, who is 84. She charges around. She does all her things. She goes swimming. She takes walks. She has a whole routine of like movements that she learned from a physical therapist that are not unlike this. And she does it at least 6 days a week. So she's like doing multiple things of movement. And she's in great shape. Press it up. She can get down to the floor. She can get up pretty easily. Circles with your hips. We want to be able to do all that stuff. Get down, get up, move. Our bodies are moving systems, right? That's what they are. It's a system of movement. We are in movement at all times, whether like even when we're meditating in total stability, change direction, there is no such thing. Your blood is flowing, your breath is flowing. There's always movement happening. So tuning to that can be helpful because then we can notice, oh, something's a little bit blocked up here. Maybe I can free that flow a little bit. Let's press up, stay up, interlace your hands behind your butt, walk your shoulders close together, back of the body working. If you need to come down, take a break, do it. If not, stay up there. Externally rotate the knees, internally rotate, rolling to the outer edge of your foot, inner edge. Roll open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. Pushing the floor away with your feet, lifting your pelvis, moving your body. External rotation, internal rotation. 4 more. 3, 2. Last one, open your hands, open your shoulders, roll it down through your spine, all the way down to the floor. Relax, let go. Take your legs and arms up in the air, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. And let's take a happy baby pose. Wiggle around in your baby. I've got my Halloween wear on. This pair of leggings has witches and skulls and bones and pumpkins on it, which probably you can't really tell at a distance. And then I got my Halloween socks on right here. One Halloween sock with a cat, a black cat, and an owl. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Let's take our hands down by our sides, legs up to the ceiling, going for circles, maybe starting small, both legs circling. Letting it get bigger if you want to. Oh, I got my nice creaky floor, which I think these earbuds pick up quite nicely. If you want to make it bigger, peel off the floor, go for it. Work in a range of motion that feels good to you. But really think of elongating your legs all the way out through your toes. 2 more. Last one. And then come in and up, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Opening your feet wide. We're not going to reverse it. We're just going to do this internal rotation, one leg at a time. Spiraling in, letting that massage across your butt and your hips. Breathe. And then if you want to, you can hook your ankle over your knee and take it a little deeper, breathing into it. Surrender, let go. And then change it to the other side. Breathe. We're going to flip over right now. So I was looking at my mom's routine, and the one thing that's not really there is extension of the back, which this is kind of an extension, but it's not. When we're doing this, I'm working a lot of my back, but I'm still rounded up here. So this is the thing that is missing from a lot of people that aren't doing it. Is this is extension of the back, right? We're working the things that help us stand up. So a lot of people are getting more and more sort of droopy towards their cell phones. This is the antidote. So we're going to do just a very basic baby cobra with no hands. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, hands next to your chest or next to your shoulders. We're going to do a baby cobra head circle. So head is making a circle. Imagine making a circle that is round. So you're spending some brain awareness, some focus, body focus on making a circle that is round 3 or 4 times in one direction and then go the other way. If this hurts, make it really small or just go up and down. Last one. Going all the way up. Push and bring it back down. Pushing into your arms. Feel where your shoulders are in relationship to your ears and sink into it and then push away. Sink and push, sink and push, sink and push. 3 more. Down, 2. Last one. Take it back into a child's pose. Breathe and relax in your child's pose, letting go. Breathe like you're a bubble, so your whole body gets bigger on the inhale. Tension melting away on the exhale. Growing and shrinking with the breath. Exaggerate the breathing. Take up space with your breath. The internal massage of the breath wave is super healing for your body. So even like if you were injured and couldn't do anything, if you could just expand that breath wave, that would help. Although, depending on your injury, but letting your body move with the breath. And then let's take it forward again, coming onto your hands and knees, opening your hands a little bit wider than your sticky mat, chest to the floor, rib cage, lungs, and heart mobilizing. And I'm shifting my weight a little bit from side to side and change direction, go the other way. And then come in. Let's take our elbows down to the floor. And let's just round and then arch. Just an arch and curl here from this position, pushing. You can think of pushing with your arms as you go into the curl and then kind of pulling as you go into the arch. Stick out your butt. And then in that position, wag your tail and head, just shifting from side to side. And let's take it into a forearm plank. And 1 knee to the floor at a time, parallel, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, twisting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take it down to the floor, bend your knees, and let your legs fall from side to side. Wagging your tail. And then you're going to circle your whole leg, circling around. And change direction. And let's go with opposite arm to leg. Let's just do regular old Pilates swimming. So if you want to make it easier, you're just going to come off the floor. If you're okay with working a little bit more, here we are puffing away. You're going to do a big inhale, big exhale. Good. Take it back into your child's pose. Rounding your spine, breathing into it. From here, we're going to interlace our hands out in front of our head. You're going to roll up onto the crown of your head and then roll it back, lengthening your spine, gently rolling up, shifting, letting your head and neck move, taking it down. Last one. And then come up. Yeah, so often mat classes, well, let's say a Pilates class, not a yoga class, but a Pilates class. Often Pilates classes do a lot of things on your back. And you have to remember that Joseph Pilates was initially making these movements for people who couldn't get out of bed, people who've been laying in bed for a long time, so developing some core strength. People aren't generally laying in their bed on their stomachs, right? They're usually on their backs. So a lot of that movement was developed to help people get up out of bed who had been injured or sick or for a long time. I think it started with him doing himself. So it's not, those exercises weren't initially created for people who already are moving around easily and functionally. but they can help us be more specific about what we're doing. And he had over 500 exercises. He was creative. He was making things. It's not one set. I mean, obviously, we're not really doing much Pilates in here, but a lot of this is informed by his work. But so let's do some actual Pilates. Well, my version of it. It's not even the actual Pilates. It's the Laura Pilates. So what we're going to do, arms up over your head, toes are touching the floor. You're going to come up, make a shh, like you're telling everyone to be quiet, coming down on the diagonal, and then inhale. Open up, exhale, legs to the ceiling, and shh. Inhale, open. So probably my headphones are canceling the sound, but you want to make the sh all the way down. And then deep breath in. Exhale, and by headphones, I mean earbuds. Inhale, open. Exhale, up. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, 3 more. Fill up your lungs, 2 more. Last one. And relax. Open your arms wide, turn your head from side to side, let your neck and jaw totally relax. Relax your face, relax your eyeballs. Let your eyes really drop into your head. Let's rub our hands together for a second, creating some energy, little somatic exercise in the middle of class, just to come into our bodies and offer some relief. Hands, cupped hands over your eyes, just breathing, letting your eyes rest. As you're in there with your eyes closed, eyes resting, feel into the back of your body, feeling your connection to the floor, letting the water in your body really drop toward the earth. So you're dropping and spreading towards the earth, the water in your body, tension melting away. And let's just do a hum here. So hands are still over your eyes. We'll do like 2 or 3 breaths with a hum on the exhale. This is great for your heart. This stimulates the production of nitric oxide. Great for your vascular system, and it is a antiviral, antifungal, antibacterial molecule. Deep breath in and then hum. I like to kind of let my tongue undulate in my mouth a little bit, so my tongue's kind of going up to the roof and then coming back down, which creates some overtones in my head. Couple more breaths and doing the humming a couple more times. Let it last as long as it lasts. Don't force it. Then you want to make sure that you inhale back in through your nose so that you're getting that nitric oxide, which is created in the turbines in your sinuses in your nose, and then drawn into your body on the inhale. Relax for a second. Just take your hands off your eyes and turn your head from side to side. Let it go. Being in your own body, in your own experience. Down regulating a little bit. So down regulation means we are slowing down, calming the body, coming into rest and digest, soothe, and settle. Our nervous system needs to be able to land there some of the time so that we can digest our food, so that we can process our lives, so that we can come into a state of recuperation. Upregulation may be giving us energy, maybe giving us anxiety. Downregulation When it's a healthy downregulation, it's calming and relaxing. When it's a sort of more less functional downregulation, it might be depression. Arms out, knees up. Let's go from side to side. Easy spiral. Take your time. Let yourself really roll through your back as you're going from side to side, and look away from your legs if your back feels good. Turn your head in the same direction if your back is hurting. Yeah, so if we're all amped up, it's really hard to heal in that place. It's really hard to recuperate. So we want to find times where we slow down, we pause, ideally where our brain gets the chance to wander a little bit, which means we're not distracted by TV, movies, cell phones, all that screens. Get away from the screens. Spend some time without any screens around if you can. It's really hard. If you're if you live in an urban environment, like every restaurant has TVs everywhere, all the stuff, it's super overwhelming. Some people are really good at tuning all that stuff out. I am not. Let's go from side to side. Yeah. So growing up in my house, we did have a TV, but we weren't really allowed to watch it very much. So I grew up watching things like Masterpiece Theater, Sesame Street, Electric Company. We did not watch cartoons. And as a function of me not watching very much TV when I was growing up, when a TV's on, it's really hard for me not to watch it. Even if I don't want to see the information, the whole activity of it just draws me in. So it's funny if we go out to a restaurant, Anthony's always, we try to sit so that I can't see a TV. Otherwise, I'm like just sucked into it. I think people who grew up with the TV on all the time just tune it out. It's not happening. But to me, I'm like, anyway, there's lights, there's action. I got to look at it. Let's flip over onto our hands and knees again. From here, you're going to curl your toes under. Just take it up to a downward dog. Bring your knees back down to the floor. We're going to go opposite arm to leg one side, opposite arm to leg the other side. Curl your toes under. Butt to the ceiling into a downward dog. Bring it back down. Bird dog, opposite arm to leg one diagonal, opposite arm to leg the other diagonal. Curl your toes under. Downward dog. Bring it back down. Opposite arm to leg. Curl your toes under. So we're just putting together a little chain of movements for more mobility, so that our body isn't like doing, our body has to adjust to the moment. What's going on? We're going to change it after this one. Just go up, stay there. You're going to take one leg up to the ceiling and change to the other leg. So up and down, walking your legs to the ceiling, up and down, reaching up, taking it down, reach, lower, up, down, up, down. Both knees toward the floor. Just hover for a second. See if you can take your hands. So you go hand, hand, foot, foot, hand, hand, foot, foot, and then try to keep your knees low and do opposite hand to leg, foot. Just finding that contralateral movement. And come down. Interlace your hands, pull out. So my fingers are in, squeezing together. My arms are pulling out, and then I'm going to turn in and out, giving the tissue in my forearm and wrist the chance to elongate, to open up. Then from there, back to forearms and knees. Push into the floor with your forearm. And let's go in, make a fist, flip it over, stop in the name of love. Flip it over, make a fist, flip, stop in the name of love. Down, flip, fist, hands, fist, hands. And then release and come up. So we want to give our bodies the opportunity to do all of these different types of movements so that the tissue can renegotiate the inner space, hydrating, becoming healthier, more vital. All right, so we'll do one more thing here. You're going to take one leg out behind you, make small circles in the back space. If you want to make this harder, take your opposite arm up off the floor. Just an option. You don't have to do it. And then change direction with the circles in the back. Try to make a circle that's round. And then release, come down, other leg out, start the circles, opposite arm optional. Change direction. Good, and bring it down. Let's just do a quick cross-legged position. I just feel like this is really helpful for my lower back. So side stretch from side to side. So I think that each body has like sort of different needs, right? Every day is a different day in your body, and every body is different. So like it's good to come across we're going to circle the whole way around, the types of movement that really help you. And they might be different than the ones that are really like my go-to moves. So I have been traveling a lot. And I also, in my week of time in Vancouver, injured my ankle, which is now actually okay because I took a full, like pretty much 2 days off of it and did a ton of body work on myself. And now I think it's pretty much okay. Spiral one direction, spiral the other, and then change non-dominant leg comes in front. We're going to go right away into circling the whole way around. And open. There was a doctor in New York City. His name was Dr. Ting. I'm sure he's, I used to go to him regularly in probably the aughts when I was dancing a lot. And if I got injured, go see Dr. Ting, who did Tui Na, a form of Chinese medicine that involves manipulation. He healed my body so many times. Spiral one way and spiral the other. But because I went to him so often, I sort of learned what the movement of his work was. It was very gentle. And so when I get injured, I do that on myself. Do I know the system? No, but I've had it done to me so many times that I know what it feels like. So that really helps me heal quickly. And it's moving the soft tissue, getting the fluidity in there, getting any inflammation out. Take it forward and down. Shift around from side to side. But this injury that I had, like I kind of strained my ankle and then I walked on it for a long time. I was okay with a short walk, and then a long walk, like I made my ankle angry. And then I was like, oh my God, I couldn't walk. And it was a question of whether I was going to go to the hospital. But then I was like, let me just give it overnight and see if I can get it to feel okay, which I pretty much did. Not overnight. This was definitely like a 48 hours of intense healing. Gaylord is now settling in on my sweatshirt that I just took off, which is lovely. This is a reason I tend to be covered in cat hair. Legs out in front of you, shake it up and down, rotate in and out. Bang it out. Take your hands on the outside of your calves, give them a little bang down. And then the same thing. Let's just do one inside and outside, and then up the back. And then the other. Good. And then coming up onto your feet, standing on your legs, head hanging down, open your feet wide, shift from side to side, shift your weight, let your head relax, soften your spine, letting that movement ripple from your tail to your head, coming into center, rolling it up. There he is. He has come off of off of my sweatshirt, which I should save from the floor now so that it doesn't become his next place to sit. if it's not him, it's the white kitty. Like the two of them have managed to take over a lot of my clothing. It's my own fault. Inhale, open, stretch out and up. Exhale, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, let it go. Free flow in your body. Anything you're holding on to, just release it if you can. Inhale, open. We didn't use the weight. Oh well. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Inhale, open. Exhale, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. And that is the end of our probably slightly shorter class. Oh, not really. It's going to be a 40-minute class. So if you have joined in the interwebs, thank you for joining.